Hello there, and welcome to my video. So before we start, first of all, I would like to thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for giving me this opportunity, and also for you to spend your time to watch my video. Okay, now the topic I would like to discuss or talk today is regarding a traditional Malay clothing, or to be more specific, is a component of a male Malay traditional clothing called samping. Yeah. So why did I decided to choose samping as uh, the topic of my discussion for today? Well, to tell you the truth, I personally not very well informed regarding the history of something. Thus, I decided to use this opportunity, to deepen my knowledge regarding my own history, my own culture and heritage history. Okay, so this video will be divided into three parts. Yeah, the first part will be the introduction of something, where I will include about the history of something and what is actually something all about in the first place. And the second part talk about the different types of something that we do have, and what this each type of something actually represent. Yeah, because each different type of something actually have different meanings. Okay, so and the third part will be the conclusion of this video. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with the first part, which is the introduction of the something. First of all, uh, there are two ways actually people pronounce the word something. Okay, the first one is something with the n with an n, and the second one is something with the g. So what's the correct pronunciation? Based from the Pustakaan Dewan Negara, the correct and the proper word pronunciation and spelling for the something is actually with the G, Samping, not with an N. Okay, so we already cleared that out. So let's move on what actually something is. Well, something is actually a component of a Malay's male clothing, where something is a side or trade cloth. It's a type of sarong actually that worn trousers, and usually from the waist, to the knee level only. It is usually made of songket fabric, but it's not uncommon that we actually see in the past where people use what we call it kain pelekat or sarung to be used as something. Yeah. But in today's world, usually people use kain songket as as something. Okay. So a little bit history or background regarding something. The usage of something in the Malay culture have been around for almost 1,000 years or even more. Historically speaking, record has shown that something have been part of everyday Malay life in early Malay kingdoms, such as the kingdom of Jambi, Palembang, Pagaruyung, and also the old Kedah, Kedah Tua. So something is not something new. It's been around for almost 1,000 years or more. I will share you the illustration of the evolution of the male Malays clothing from the early Malays kingdom, in the which happened around the 13th century, and before that, up to the golden age of the Malay civilization, which is during the Sultanate of Malacca, is around 14th to the 16th century, and the everyday usage of the samping for everyday clothing continues up to the early 20th century, where eventually the traditional Malay clothing are actually being replaced with the Western style clothing. Yeah. So, but although samping is no longer being used as a everyday clothing, is still being used in during special occasion. Yeah, For example, during the celebration of Aidilfitri or Aidil Adha, and also during the wedding ceremony. I myself wear something during my own wedding ceremony. Yeah, we go through the brief history regarding something. So now we move to the second part of this video, which we will discuss the different type of how to wear a something and the meaning behind this different type of something. Okay, so there are three main types of way to wear something. Okay, the first type is what we call pancong knot. The second type is what we call the kampung knot. The kembung knot. I'm sorry, it's called the kembung knot. And the third type is what we call the lingkup knot. Okay, for your information, each of these type of something represent the status of the wearer. The old Malay society, just like the majority of societies of its time, are actually based on the class system, where they are the ruler class, they are the noble class, and then there's the common folk class. Yeah. So for the pancong knot, in the old days, only the royalties are allowed to wear this type of knot, and to this day, the sultans of the Malay states still wear this type of something. Although unlike before previously, there is no longer laws that stated prohibition that is prohibited for the common folks to wear this type of something. Yeah. The second type, which is the kembung knot something, it is only reserved to the nobles family, okay, to the nobles of the state, and common folks are not allowed to wear this type of something unless they are given permission by the sultan or the raja, yeah, the ruler of the state, as a sign that the ruler appreciate maybe it's a gift to the person for their services to the states or the ruler. Yeah. So basically, you see, actually, something is actually a status symbol also. Yeah. And the last type, and up to this day, is the most common type of something, is what we call it the lingkup knot. Yeah. And even the lingkup knot is the one that usually being seen, okay, from everyday life. Okay, in the TV, even celebrities are using the lingkup type. Okay, so left side you will see what we call the pancong knot. Yeah, pancong knot. That's the left side, which in the old days are only worn by the royalties. On the middle is what we call the lingkup knot. Yeah, the lingkup knot are being worn by common folks, and is the most common type of something we've seen today. And the third one on the left is the pancong knot, where the pancong knot in the old days are being used by the royalties. By the nobles family. For your information also, the length of the something also have meanings. For example, for a single man, they will wear their something above their knee, while a married man will wear their something below the knee. But if a married man wears something above their knee, actually they are telling everyone around them they are actually looking for another wife. Yeah. This is about the brief history and information regarding something. What surprises me the most while doing research about this topic is that the amount of efforts that are being put by our previous generation on a simple cliff or pieces of cloth, to the point that a simple something can be an art with a deep meanings. Although my video is short, I hope that I am able to do justice regarding this topic, and I hope that you have enjoyed my video. Have a good day, and thank you.